Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be finishing up TJ Hunt's GT3 Porsche. So a couple months back, we actually went to go do a house call over there at the Hunt & Co. and got the front tub all squared up. We ended up having to do a little bit of Frankenstein and combine two tubs into one. But once all that got set up, coated it, and then we gave it back to TJ so he was able to get this thing running. And now it's back at the shop to get it all finished up. So let's get into today's video. It's time to go ahead and get this fender off so we can jam it, repair the door, take the front bumper off, and do a small dent right over here. Got a little bit of a buckle on the outside.
As you guys can see, we took off the upper covers, unplugged the harness, took a couple bolts off, took a couple of brackets off. Yeah, bumper's ready to come off. From here, we should be able to remove the headlights, get access to the fenders, a couple other things that we need to unplug and disconnect, you know, kind of get the things going. Oscar's a little busy, so stunt double, bap bap. That's one of the cool things about carbon fiber.
So we did have to put a little bit of glaze on this thing. That's just to get the wrinkles to a minimum. We have the fender that was once black, now painted. Now this has not been color matched at all. This is just straight, no tints. And you guys can tell, like, I don't know if you guys can see the camera, it's a smidge bit darker. Now we're gonna be reshooting this fender and blend it into the door, and shooting the hood and shooting the other fender. But before we just made a spray card, we wanted to jam what is the fender and the inside of the fender and the inside the headlight and all that. Even though it's gonna get all covered up, you want to do that before everything and want to make sure that our alignment was good and get our initial test look at the color. Now it is a little bit darker, we're gonna have to make some adjustments, but it is actually pretty close. I'm really happy with how it's looking. We're gonna get this little repair into primer today, as well as this quarter, and possibly get this thing in the paint tomorrow. In order to do that though, we have to get this into primer. We gotta prep out the whole pillar, prep out the door. We already have the handle and the mirror off, and the belt molding. The window, the quarter window is coming out, and the rear glass is coming out as well. On top of that, we still have to do repairs to the rear deck lid. Don't you just love taking out a rear windshield with a roll cage in there?
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense, huh?
Yeah. Removing the PPF on the Porsche bumper that we got to repair. These holes. Apparently, there's too many holes on the bumper. Got to cover them up. And the next step is to cover the holes in plastic, sand it, get the whole bumper sanded, and primer it. Hopefully by tomorrow we can paint this whole car.
Okay, so major update on the GT3. We got the body work done and that's blocked out. We have all the glass out and now it's time to 800 the panels that are gonna get painted. So let's walk through that. We have currently refinished this fender, but it's gonna get blended again. We're gonna blend this whole pillar and the quarter panel. We're gonna blend from the edge of this quarter panel and put our paint all the way up to here and then blend the front side of the door to here. We're still gonna keep this center line pretty natural. Really gonna be no paint up here, so that's not gonna really interfere with the roof. And we are gonna try to keep the rest of the paint over here the same as well. Just blending this edge and doing this jam as well. Meanwhile, we have the front and rear bumper getting primered right now. We've already shot a little bit on this front section where there was license plate holes. You don't want license plate holes. I know in the state of California, they require a front license plate, but to be honest, fuck you, California. We don't want to rock license plates. Back here, they had a little bit of a repair on the rear bumper. We did that. The rest of the bumper is actually pretty good. We'll prep that on the morning, and this thing's getting painted tomorrow. Meanwhile, on the other side of the car, there was a little slight buckle on this fender. We repaired it. We think that we should be able to keep the repair, you know, before this gas cap area and not into the rest of the actual door. So there should be no need to blend on this side. We do have a little bit of lifting PPF there, but that could always be taken care of later. So TJ, don't try to blame this on me. This was already here. The hard work is done. It's time to get to the easy part and get some 800 on the rest of the panel, which I'll do right now and show you guys what we're gonna do. Very important that we do not burn through our edges. So what I'm gonna do is mask off some of these hard edges and cover up glass exposed interior so we don't get a bunch of dust in there. What do you think of this machine?
Beautiful.
Beautiful machine, huh?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, so body work's done. You're just going over the last bit of touches. Yeah, we got the rear window out. We got the quarter window out. Deck lid is off, bumpers off, tail lights off. Everything is prepped in an 800 grit. What is the strategy to get the best blend? So if you guys can see, we're still kept pretty much all the paint on the car except for this rear quarter section. And we've already shot base coat and clear coat on the front fender that was mismatching. But we only really did that to jam all apart, and we wanted to get an initial test fitment on the color. And it was pretty close right off the get, right? Without a tone. Did you tone this color,
No,
Richard?
I didn't even tone it.
No?
I
Okay.
didn't.
Okay. It's close enough to blend it, right? Okay, so this was a carbon fiber hood that we primered and we blocked it out. And now we're gonna be doing a small blend in here, but I think we're still close enough that we don't really have to get color on this back end, right?
Yeah, we got enough room with how close the paint is that we can do a little blend past that mirror, past that gas door,
Okay.
and we're good.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, after this, it'll sit for the weekend. We'll get it back into polishing bay and get it all assembled, get it ready for delivery. Monday, though, we do have front and rear bumpers, so make sure we save enough paint for that.
Yeah, I got it. already.
Okay. Well, here it is, guys. It's all masked up. Up next, we got a little bit of paint coming up. And fast forward from a couple days from this thing being painted, Antoine over here has started polishing this thing out, and he's getting everything ready so we can do our final assembly. Now, take a look at how beautiful this thing is coming out. Antoine is doing an amazing job getting this thing polished out so we can do our final assembly. And if you don't mind me saying, Antoine, you're doing a great job over here. This thing looks amazing. I think we should be able to wrap this thing up today, you think?
Yeah.
Okay. So we still have to do the bumpers.
Oh, that too, yeah.
But
have that fender.
Okay. Let's do our best to get this thing, at least what is on the car right now, finished, so that tomorrow we can start assembling this thing, put the bumpers on, and then Friday morning we just give this thing a little bit of detail and be ready to go. Now that we've got this Porsche right here where it's at, let me tell you exactly what's left to get this thing finished and delivered by Friday to TJ. So we have done the bodywork, got this thing in primer, got it masked up, painted, and now it's in our detailing booth with Antoine. He went ahead and wet sanded this thing, polished it, didn't leave it too flat because we still wanted to match somewhat of the factory orange peel. So now when he's done polishing and detailing it, we'll get the glass back on and get this thing ready for delivery. We do have one more thing that we gotta do. Okay, so now since the car is fully painted, we got the bumpers in here, and that's the last thing that needs paint. So let's see what they're looking like right now. The rear bumper, this one had a small repair right around this area. It is not visible now, so I think we're good to go. We got some sealer on this thing. Up next is base coat and clear coat. And we have the front bumper over here. That also needed a little bit of cleanup, but it's already sealed up, and same thing. All it needs is base coat and clear coat.
Fancy yourself a couple? I forgot to record. And the GT3 is all wrapped up. I want to give a huge thanks to everyone involved here at the team at SOS Customs and the Hunt & Co. Dylan, you're a madman, brother, and everything that you guys did to get this thing going. Calvin taking everything apart off one car and transferring it. TJ put in that work. Kevin Russo doing some house calls on this thing. Ivan doing a little bit of body work in this thing set up. Antoine getting this thing all polished up. And all the guys at SOS Customs, man, there's a lot. A lot of people worked on this thing. To bring this thing, it's a Frankenstein, dude. It's a GT3 with the GT3 RS motor, GT3 RS seats. It's pretty much the best that Porsche has to offer, all thrown into one, into a street car. I think that's one thing that TJ has done so much better than everybody else, is like get these track cars and make them streetable. He like gets these cars that are like just need work and make something happen out of nothing, and this thing is just another one in the books. Every year I feel like we're pushing the next level, and we got some stuff coming up for SEMA that you guys are definitely gonna want to take a look at. But again, this thing came out so nice. Now it's not done, we're still gonna need some clips and stuff like that from Porsche, but it looks like a car. On top of getting this thing fully put together from the exterior, we also did some seats. We're gonna show you the full process on those in another video, but let's take a quick look at them. Sheesh. Damn. All in a matter of a couple weeks. Now this thing obviously didn't need that much work. All brand new parts, everything was ready to go. Just a quick color match.
let's go ahead and take a look at his reaction and see what he thinks. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I just made it to the charge quarters. And look who I just spotted. A wild Chach. 2 wild Chaches. 2 of them.
King and Squire.
King Chach and Junior Chach.
Tell me you have a problem without telling me you have a problem with both these cars.
Oh shit. Happy Chach? Happy Chach?
Yeah, it doesn't feel real yet. And I know we still need to fix some small things on it, but just seeing these together, I love these cars so much, dude. Like, I've had this like dream or fascination with like going to like Cars and Coffee and like weekend cruises with Sabrina, and I'll drive the purple one and she drives the red one. We're both just cruising in GT3s. It's sick. The interior is so good. I was telling Oscar, I'm like, wait, we got, it's called a picnic spec.
A picnic spec, I like it.
I haven't sat in them yet. It looks so good. The armrest came out good too, huh?
Right?
I can't believe I'm almost there.
Dude.
The paint looks really good too. You sprayed like a lot of the car, no?
I pretty much blended. I did bumper, deck lid, quarter, this whole pillar, the door, blending it, the front bumper, the hood, the other fender. Pretty much almost the whole car except for the door and the roof and the other quarter. And the wing blade. That's it.
Yeah. Now I gotta order the Porsche sticker for the top wing. Gotta get the badges, and then all the other interior part, or like the brackets and stuff, show up like
5-7 days.
like from now.
Yeah. Well, from yesterday.
Okay. Oh, I'm so stoked on it, dude. Let me sit in it. Let me sit in it. Let me get my butt in there. Leather smells good.
Doesn't it?
The leather
it's
smells
like that fresh
good.
snap on there. Dude, I actually drove pretty like easy. Like it was just not like, doesn't feel like you're in a race car. It just feels like a
When I drove it up around here, the coilovers are way too stiff and the alignment's really off, so it just feels you know, the steering wheel
well,
doesn't
obviously this
wanna
thing
track.
took a little spill.
Yeah.
You know, so it couldn't use an alignment, but
Well, we have brand new coilovers on.
yeah.
And the alignment's trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, you swapped the whole front end, so I'm sure it's gonna need an alignment.
It's all off. Everything about it is off. But wow, I can't believe it's here. Oh, I'm so excited on this car. You guys did it good. You guys did it fast too. I don't know if people can tell from the video, probably not, but like literally this is just, it's like you say, you're like, I'm gonna have it done by
2
Friday.
weeks. I told you 2 weeks, and you're like, "There's no
I
way."
think you did it less than 2 weeks.
It was like a week. It was like 2 weeks.
Was
Like,
it really?
yeah.
Damn, time's
I think
flying
so, something
way
like
too
that.
fast. Hey, what's up, you guys? Here at SOS Customs, we got you covered.
Is that like your impression of me?
No, your impression of you would be like this. Here at SOS Customs, we got you covered, dog.
Wait, do I sound like that? Is that how I sound?
Yeah,
Kinda-
that was that impression of you.
Alright, it's only fitting for me to do my impression of
Yeah,
TJ.
okay, let's see.
Let's see. Damn. It's just gonna sound like me, just like,
Probably.
yeah, it's just gonna be like a Mexican version of TJ. So it's
see
gonna
it.
be like, I'm a Chach, and